Good morning, everyone. It's Natalie. Welcome to my channel, Find Joy in the Journey. I'm out here in the Joy Garden. This is March 20th, the first day of spring. Happy first day of spring, everyone. And to all you gardeners, happy gardening. Let the games begin. Oh my gosh, look. I have this saying where I say if you can't do a lot, do a little. And normally that is what I do. I come out and I do a little bit here, a little bit there. But I have to admit, I've been hard at work doing a lot. I've been hard at work doing a lot. Um, First of all, because I wanted to just get everything organized because I just can't stand it when the garden looks a mess. And one thing I had to do, and I'll share with you very briefly, I'm going to try to do a brief video over here in this area that I called the pepper patch, and I call it that because that's where I grew my bell peppers last season. And look at him up there. Look, just watching me. You see? Okay. Anyway, um, but this is where I grew my bell peppers, and I called it the pepper patch. It's being cleared out because it's no longer going to be the pepper patch. I think now that I have it clear, I'm having second thoughts, but that's okay. Um, I was gonna grow my watermelons, and I have cantaloupe honeydew melons that I was gonna grow in this area, and I was gonna put another raised bed that I have. Beautiful raised bed by Vajiga. It's in night blue, and it's a 6.5 foot by 2 feet. Um, and it has and I bought a trellis to go with it, and I was gonna place it over here in this area. And this is where I was going to grow my watermelons, cantaloupes, honeydew. But now that I look at it, what if I make this the pepper patch again? I'm growing my bell peppers in grow bags. Okay, so they can sit directly on the ground. And maybe I don't know. I have time to plan it out, no problem. But I just wanted you to see that I cleared it out. There were old pots there. I'll show you the pots. This is the pepper patch graveyard here. These are the old pots that I used to grow those peppers last season. And okay, not that one in the back, hiding out in the back. I just brought it close to this area because all of these pots, that old soil will be used in the raised bed. It's going to be reused. So that's why I just kind of lined them up over here. And that container over there is where I grew my collards, and they've gone to seed, as you can see. And I'm just going to use the soil out of that container if possible. It's going to be used as a filler in the bottom of the raised bed. And that's what I'm going to do with all these pots. Okay. So I came out here. You see my hand truck right there. And I cleared this area out. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest, total transparency. Sometimes I got to strike while the iron is hot. If I don't feel like doing something and all of a sudden I get the notion to do it, and I just go ahead and do it. So I came out here early in the morning, around 7 o'clock in the morning, right after I put my son on the bus to go to school. I came out here and I just looked at this area, and those pots, all those pots you see, and some of them were extremely heavy, was over in this area. I'll place a picture of what used to be here on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. All of a sudden something say, do it. Do it now. And I just grabbed this hand truck here and started moving everything. And I placed it neatly over in this area so I can go ahead and start filling the raised bed when the time comes. I'm going to use all of that. Like even if this part here, this is waste. This is garden waste. See, it's brittle. and that's going to decompose. This is going to be in the bottom of the raised bed. Okay. And so that's one thing I did. That is one thing I did. Let's see what else I did. Yes, I was really busy. It was not if you can't do a lot, do a little morning. I did a lot. As you can see, I have been using, I have a trimmer. I have a string trimmer. It's my very own. Cost me about 40 bucks. Got it at Walmart, and it is not cordless or battery operated. It has a cord. So I can use an extension cord, and I'm going to use it to maintain my own garden area because I don't want, I've had my son and my husband try to help me maintain the garden and keep it trimmed, and they have kind of attacked my containers. I can actually show you holes in my containers, well, and even my planters where they have hit. I know they won't hurt the raised beds because they're metal, but I don't want them going near those fabric bags. I don't want them going near my planters because if it's not a real thick planter, then that string trimmer will actually tear a hole in it. So I bought my own little string trimmers because, hey, if I can maintain it myself, if a mistake happens, it's on me, not on them. Okay. But I got out here and I just kind of did a little weeding. And I know you may not be able to see, you probably can see me, not my shadow, but look, and I look a mess. Trust me, I didn't even care. I have on socks and sandals. I have a hoodie on, and I'm still in my pajamas, but that's okay. I'm in my backyard. Okay, so I came out here with my trimmer, and I trimmed all around the garden. It looks so much better. If you only knew. If you just look back at some of my footage and you'll see overgrowth everywhere. So just the little I did, I am happy with it. Okay, so I'm going to try to not get my shadow. So I'm going to turn into position. Here we go. So over here, the peppers, and I put more peppers in grow bags. I'll show you that. They're over in a different area. I decided to go ahead and get them in the containers. If anything happens and I have to cover them in a Velcro or cover them in, there's this um, fabric. It's frost material, frost blanket material, but it's much thinner. It is kind of white colored, and if I have to do that, you never know, because maybe it's too soon to plant out, but a lot of us are doing it. Because hey, time is of the essence. We want to go ahead and get our March plants out there. And peppers and tomatoes are one of the things that you plant out after your last frost date in March, April. So I do have more peppers. hmm I was hard at work. This is what I did yesterday. I have two more determinate tomato plants, so they can fit in a 10-gallon grow bag. So I have two more right there. This was all done yesterday, I kid you not. Now the peaches and cream corn, I planted that out. That is in a 20-gallon grow bag. And that was the day before yesterday. I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, I think that's been in the bag for about 2 days now. I was able to fit, I want to say that is one, two, seven in this one grow bag. Okay, let me step aside. There we go. Maybe you can see better. There we go. It's a better angle. That's the peaches and cream. Let's see how it does. I have never grown corn in a grow bag. This will be my first uh, season using grow bags, period. Okay, so we're going to see what happens. It's supposed to be really good for the plant because of the airflow that those roots get. Uh, Supposedly, you have a healthier root system and a healthier plant We will see. We will see. I've seen other people use grow bags, especially for their potatoes, and boy, they really do well with potatoes. Those are 15-gallon grow bags. That is the Silverton Russet. Next to it is probably a Red Norland. I'm trying to remember what that other one is. And I looked at the package before I came over here, but I can't. I know this. I'm growing Red Norland. I'm growing Yukon Gold. So that may be Yukon Gold. And I have more potatoes over here in these grow bags. I have all my citrus trees and my blueberries, Patriot blueberries and pink lemonade. Then I have my Louisiana sweet orange tree and Meyer lemon. I have two other smaller lemon trees over there near the raised bed. And then this is more corn. This is sweet corn. And this is the, my little tag is missing. No, no, there it is. This is early golden bantam. Okay. So everything looks pretty good. I've been organizing. Okay. My strawberries. I decided to let the blossoms grow. At first, I was pinching off the flowers because I didn't want them to start producing strawberries yet. I was told you need to wait till there's more leaves, and I think there's more than enough leaves. So it's time. So I have not been pinching off those flowers. Those are Chandler strawberries. Okay, let's see here. Of course, you know what's over here in this area. I'm going to move that garlic. I'm going to move the onions. I'm going to find a spot for them. But I want to clear out this area so I can get to those raised beds with no problem. So it's going to be a lot of rearranging. A lot of rearranging. I may need a few more pallets. Hopefully I'll be able to find some more of those wooden pallets. They work well. I want to clear this area out so I can walk around those raised beds. Okay, now we know about the Dasher 2s in this grow bag, but over here I planted some straight 8 cucumbers in this grow bag, but this time I have 4. And that's normally how I do it. I put 4 in a bag and I use a tomato cage and I let them kind of climb up each pole of the tomato cage. Over here I did 3 because I didn't want to chance it, and put too many in a bag. But I decided to give it a try and see if 4 can grow in that one 15-gallon bag. We'll see. It's a lot of experimentation going on here. My spinach is looking well. Swiss chard, celery, Brussels sprouts, bistro lettuce. Ooh, look at this. Look at my spinach. It is just climbing out of the bag. That's a 20-gallon grow bag. That's a giant noble spinach, just like the one I just showed you over there. Over here, we looked at the tomatoes, did we? I think I showed you my peppers, but I didn't come around to show you the tomatoes. That's a determinate, so no pruning. No pruning. That wind. Woo! I'm gonna hurry up and get inside. I've been out here long enough. I came out here and I worked this morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. It is actually warmer now than it was when I was out here working, but I bundled up real well and I came out here and I just got it done. So this one next to it is an indeterminate. This is the the Cherokee purple. And I've been pruning and learning how to prune on this particular tomato bush here. And I've gotten rid of all the bottom leaves. I'm just really hesitant to prune determinate tomato plants. I actually do remove some of the leaves so they won't touch the soil, but I don't want to do too much pruning. Okay, as you can see, there's already a few tomatoes growing on that Cherokee purple bush there. This is a better bush. I think she should be much bigger. She's a slow grower, but I think it's going to do well. It's still healthy and strong. Ooh, look at this baby here. This is a celebrity. These are both determinants. Now see, I was expecting that one to look like this. It should be much bigger. It's growing very slowly, but that happens. This one looks really good. That's a celebrity determinant. I have two more determinants over here. I showed you these. That's a better bush, and I think it's another celebrity. Yeah, it is. I wanted a lot of determinate tomato plants because I really wanted to make sure I had enough tomatoes so I can try making sauces and things like that. Um, with the indeterminates, I'm really kind of just playing around and learning how to prune tomatoes so I can branch out and try all those different varieties they have out there. They have so many different variety of tomatoes that I really like, the Brandywine, and I have one called the wait, I do have another indeterminate. I'm sorry. Let's walk over to the greenhouse very quickly, and then I'm going to sign off and get out of uh, this cool air. I'll show you something. Look at this. Where is it? There it is. Ta-ta! That is called the Margich Lifter, and it's an indeterminate. I can't wait. I need a bigger. I want to do it in a grow bag. I have a container for it, but I'd like to do it, grow it in a grow bag, and I need a 20-gallon grow bag. You can do it in a 15, but see, I want to show you something. You see the way the 15-gallon shapes? It has no, it has width, but not depth. I want the depth. Okay, so I want to grow that Margich lifter in a 20-gallon. You see the depth of it? You see the difference? I want to step back so you can see. That's a 15-gallon, and that's a 20-gallon. 20-gallon is taller. So anything that's going to grow up really tall, I need to use the 20-gallon bag so I can leave, you know, make room and utilize the space it has at the top, the height. Okay, so the Margich lifter is going to go in a 20-gallon, and I have to order some more. I'm also going to need more 20-gallon grow bags for my corn. I'm experimenting with the grow bags. I want to see if growing in grow bags where you have the air pruning and the root system is different. Supposed to be healthier plants because the root system is not all uh, closed in, and it's supposed to be a healthier plant. And I want to see if things grow differently because of that, especially the corn and the tomatoes and the bell peppers. We're going to see. Not all my tomatoes are in grow bags because these are my regular whiskey barrel planters. Okay, um, but some will be in grow bags. So I'm experimenting, but I think it's going to be a good experiment. I don't know why. I feel like the only problem I'm going to have is fighting insects because I'm already fighting them. First comes those fungus gnats, and the fungus gnats are in this bed over here, and I treated it just yesterday. I treated the soil with Neem Max. You can even still see a few of them around the top, and they're laying eggs. But I did hit it with the Neem Max, and also I'm going to wait a couple of days, and if I need to treat it again, I will use the mosquito bits, or the mosquito bits. You take these mosquito bits and you soak them in water, you dissolve them in water, and you put it in a sprayer, and you just treat your soil with the mosquito bits. I have dunks actually, but I'm just going to take those dunks and kind of pulverize them and put them in let them soak and dissolve, and then place it in a sprayer. But that's supposed to work real well. Okay, so over here, before I sign off, I'm going to show you where I have my spinach. Some of my little spinach plants are not thriving, like that one is struggling, and that one next to it, and that little tiny one over there. I'm just going to let it continue to grow and see what happens. But then there's some that are thriving, so we're going to leave it as is. Okay, over here, I have my Brussels sprouts. Next to it is the red kidney beans, and I was really concerned about the red kidney beans, but I do see where they are coming up. We have that one. Let me get my shadow out of the way. That one, and there's another one over there. So I'm going to give it some more time. I was actually going to try to actually plant more of the red kidney bean seeds, but I see that they're coming up. It's just taking their sweet time. It takes a while. I'm going to show you something new. This is zucchini, you guys. This is a new addition, zucchini. I have another one. I have zucchini squash too. I haven't uh, placed them in the soil yet, but this is zucchini. I'll come up closer so you can see. There we go. Uh-oh. See that? Is that spineless beauty? My zucchini. I put those in the soil just yesterday. Let's see what happens. Next to it, we have the Florida broadleaf mustards. And then you know what's going on over here. We got the collards, cabbages. Can't wait for these cabbages to get big enough for me to harvest. And then we have kale, Swiss chard, and my lettuce. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep at least 3 to 4 of the larger kale plants, but I'm going to remove them out of the raised bed and place them in containers. See those little containers over there? I have them. I'll use them. The ones I grew the peppers in. So I'll move them into containers like that. I'm also going to move the Swiss chard. Okay, I may keep the lettuce where it is because it's growing so well. But I think I did well with the lettuce this season. I'd like to make room for some more mustards and more collards and stuff like that. So I want to get rid of the chard. This is how I decide. What do I eat most? I eat cabbage, collards, mustards. So I eat that more than I do kale and Swiss chard. It grew beautifully. Look at this. I need to harvest again, you guys. Look at this. Look at the size of these leaves. It grew so well. I'm extremely, extremely pleased with how my my lettuce and my Swiss chard and my kale came out. I'm very pleased. I think I did a pretty good job, and I am thankful. But I want that space in the raised bed for more cabbages, okay, and more mustards. So I will be clearing out that's the Swiss chard and the kale, but I'm not doing away with them. Now, the smaller plants, I probably can do away with and compost it. But the larger one, like this big baby here and they're going to go in different containers and continue to grow. I'm just going to have to uproot them very carefully. And hopefully I can do that. And just place them in another container. So, guys, you've seen pretty much everything. I don't know if you noticed something. I'm going to turn around very slowly. I'm utilizing all the space in my backyard. But see those containers over there? Those are my old corn containers and my old okra containers, right? They used to be piled up over here. Remember? An eyesore. But I got out here this morning and I tell you what, I put every bit of my strength into it. And I cleared out this area over here and just moved them against the wall because I can reuse that soil as filler. And so that's why it's filler, I'm sorry, in the raised bed. That's what I mean by filler. Okay, so I'm not reusing the soil per se as to like fill a container because I do use used soil and I mix it with new soil and I make new container mix. But I'm going to put this as filler in the bottom of a raised bed and use that like lasagna method where you have cardboard, plant waste, which is what I'm going to use this for, and also leaves, and you just build up your raised bed. I actually have 2 other raised beds. The smaller one is going to go over there in that area I showed you, and then I have a larger one, and I have not decided what I'm going to do with that one yet. but they're all by Vajiga. They're both by Vajiga, and it's in that beautiful night blue color. So I'm going to do an unboxing of that, but at a later date. And so there we are, you guys. I just wanted to show you I've been cleaning up. I've been cleaning up. I've been trying to get organized. As the weather warms up and permits, I'm going to come out here and do much more. But I'm not going to say if you can't do a lot, do a little. I've done a lot. This is not a do a little situation. I feel like I did. I accomplished a lot. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and get out of this cold air. And again, I wish you a happy first day of spring. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Bye now.